Hello everyone, thank you for watching Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember that. Today, wow, if you take Hasbro as a company as a whole and you start watching everything, it is amazing the craziness they're up to. And I started realizing something. This only started when Chris Cox became CEO. He's only been in there like half the year, and everything started going crazy. So I think we can blame him safely. Okay, so again, we're talking about Hasbro as a whole company. Because, let's face it, they've got their fingers into a bunch of nerdy stuff I like. So I'm going to take a look at D&D initially. Then I'm going to take a look at some weird crap that's going on in action figures. So, some people don't like me talking D&D and want me to talk action figures. Some people want me to talk action figures. I mean, I'm looking at this whole company. And when you take this as a big picture, this becomes insane. So the latest rumors, and let me point out, D&D Shorts is a channel that's been ahead of the ball on this. You should really go and watch some of his stuff, and you'll see, too. This guy's not a hater. I mean, he just talks D&D stuff, and then once this ball started rolling, oh man, he's the guy helping to leak some information. Some of the newer information is D&D 1's monthly subscription fees are going to go from $2 to $5 a month to $30 a month. Yikes! $30 a month. And I heard someone, gosh, and I can't remember who said it, because this story gets so crazy I can't get ahead of it. But somebody said that they could literally lose 90% of their audience and still be making more money. Maybe it was 80%. I don't know. But an insane amount. So that's pretty bad. They're supposed to come out with something tomorrow. Today, they came out with a conversation about the open gaming license. I will link it below. Now, supposedly this guy, he really works on the more literary side of D&D. He doesn't work on the game itself. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know this to be fact. I haven't looked up. I do know he's only been working there a few months. And, it starts out sounding good. Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry for this. They actually give an apology. This is what should have been when this started. This is the kind of statement that should have been written when this started. So, but he lets a few things slip. One of them being, he said, in the draft of the OGL, of the Open Gaming License. And we all know it wasn't a draft. You don't have contracts and non-disclosure agreements with a draft. So, that in and of itself, the big thing is a lot of the execs don't know how much has gotten out. They haven't been doing damage control. They're not talking to the PR guys. The PR, they're not privy to, yeah, this was a bad leak, dude, and you didn't get ahead of it in time. And I'm wondering if they can even salvage anything from this. I'm seriously wondering. Because, again, they say they're going to have something probably tomorrow. Don't know what it is. We'll see. But people are furious. If you look in D&D YouTube channels right now, wow. There's very few people giving them an inch. And I think it should be that way. I mean, this was insane. So, I wanted to get that out of the way because yeah, I think if a couple other things, including that part about the draft of the OGL, instead of, being honest, this might have gone over much better. I think they could have got away with that a day or two after it happened. Almost 2.5 weeks. No, you can't get away with that. Everybody knows already. Come on. And they're trying to pull back and backpedal, but Yeah, pretty insane. So, on the other side, on the action figure side, we get a new Spider-Man. This was premiered on their last live stream, which, okay. And guess how much? For Spider-Man, this is not a retooled body. And if you remember that little thing with Bobby Bell on the 3POA podcast, the guy who makes Action Force said the most expensive part of any action figure is tooling. So they didn't have to do any tooling for this. This was all paint. Pretty sure paint prices have not gone up. I looked around. I didn't see paint prices going up. Surprisingly. Very surprisingly. This is all the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man. It has accessories that have been done before. It is between $33 and $36, depending on where you buy it from. What? Keeping in mind, too, they released a 2-pack for the Fantastic Four. They could have technically called it a 3-pack, but guess what? They only put that out for $50. Because you know that one's not going to sell. They think Spider-Man will sell. And they may be right. But aren't you sending them a bad message if you buy this? Now, I mentioned this on a Facebook page. I should have known better. And my God, the mental gymnastics this guy pulled. He actually justified Hasbro's pricing of Spider-Man by talking about how overpriced EpiPens and insulin are. He didn't like people crying about the high prices. This is a business after all, not a charity. Ain't it funny how when it's one of these Hasbros arguing, they say it's not a charity, it's a business. Okay, but there's a way to do business where you don't look like a greedy asshole. And you can still make money. In fact, this kind of behavior that we're seeing will put you out of business. Ask Blockbuster. We're not going to do late fees, but we're going to secretly charge late fees. If you hold it for more than a week, we will charge your card for the full price of that DVD that you took. They lost a lot of business. Then they brought back the late fees. They lost even more. Yeah, things like this can kill your business. People and their money and what they feel is an unway separation will destroy your business. And everyone with a brain knows that. Corporations do not have brains. They are stupid. With some minor exceptions, but mostly, yeah, they're stupid. So, yeah, I mean, $36. And, I mean, people who have been apologists, I kind of wanted to wait on this a little bit, too. I wanted to see reactions. And I thought it was funny that, you know, people who always see the positive side, who always put the business cap on. Sorry, that's a specific reference, and I probably shouldn't have said that. I will apologize for that. But they literally have said they can't wrap their brain around that price tag. And I can't either. I mean, it's a freaking repaint. It's a damn repaint. And it's stupid. I mean, first off, thank God I didn't want it. But, you know, this put me back in the, you know, I was thinking about Ronin. That's a character I want. I ain't paying the price for that freaking thing. It's mostly a repaint. And it's not even that big of a figure. It really makes you just really not like Hasbro as a company. And they've had distribution problems for as long as I can remember. I mean, a lot of people point at 2012. I saw distribution problems way, way back in like 2002 with the G.I. Joe line especially, and the Star Wars line. Those were having terrible distribution issues. I was really heavy into those at the time. And, you know, but now people are really noticing it. And it's really bad. I mean, nobody's ever said anything. I think a year ago, or no, it was a few months ago, they said, oh, we're going to finally address it. And I'm like, it's been 20 years, dude. I mean, come on. So I noticed the voices of the Hasbros are fading though. They're not as strong as they used to be. They're getting a lot of resistance. They don't like the crying, but they can't do much about it. So keep pressing is what I say, because it's working in D&D. We think, we hope. With the D&D too, they're talking about doing feedback, and people are saying, don't do that, bring your rage out here, bring it public. And I'm like, when I say do both, give it to them in their private little sphere, but make sure you say it out here too. That way it's all over. There's no excuse. We didn't hear you. Oh, really? Because I said the same thing to your survey. It's actually what I plan to do, is actually respond and say whatever I say in their survey on this channel, so that everybody hears it. Okay, not everybody, because not many people watch this channel, but you know what I mean. My intentions are there. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. Well, that's gonna wrap up my little spiel about the latest in the greed wars. Oh man, I'm really setting this on Chris Cox's feet. Really am. I think this is him. I really do, because I just realized today that some of these weird things started when he took over, and yeah. Okay, so don't, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, if you made it this far. If you didn't, come back, finish it. I hate when people don't finish things. All right, love you guys. Take care.